Hi, Chris.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. Thank you for joining me
Oh,
today.
my pleasure.
I appreciate it. And, I am so thankful to you and your band and all your people for coming to be with us in Therapeutic Horses of Saratoga.
No, it's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to it.
Have you ever played at a horse farm before?
No, I don't think the band's ever done a gig at a horse farm.
Okay. What do you think?
Do the horses clap their little hooves when you finish a song and stuff like that?
We could arrange
I want to
that.
see that. That's what I want.
Okay.
To have
Okay.
happen.
Do you have any connection with horses in your life?
Yeah, I just love animals, and I rode intermittently as a kid. Used to go to this I lived in Australia for a while when I was a kid, and I used to go to this little camp and a sleepaway camp where they had horses and they were horseback riding. That was really casual.
Yeah, cool.
But then I can really relate to your cause because when I was 17, I was going through a particularly turbulent period in my life with my family and stuff.
Okay.
And my dad and I were having a really difficult time, and we took horseback riding lessons. We took basic, it was going to be dressage, but it was just basic, horseback riding, beginner, intermediate. And it was such a great bridge for us. The horses were a buffer, between the two of us, and then learning something together, and the calming influence of the animals themselves, and then the time together, and then we just afterwards it was sort of we on the way home we would go to this sandwich shop in Princeton, New Jersey, my hometown.
Okay.
It's called Hoagie Haven. It's kind of famous if you're from that area.
Okay, shout out.
We would go and get hoagies
Nice.
at Hoagie Haven, and then we would eat the hoagies together and then just have desultory conversation. But it was the whole activity was this bridge,
Right.
of
Yeah.
Connection, because it led to it was what are we going to do for dinner, or go home and with this kind of treat kind of dinner.
Yeah.
And it really was the beginning of me and my dad kind of patching up our relationship in that period of time. So I also I had a girlfriend in high school, and her horse's name was Christopher, and she rode competitive dressage. She was, and Christopher was a serious part a thoroughbred quarter horse mix.
Yep.
And I was on the track team, so we would ride out with her mom to where the horse was stabled, and she would ride the horse, and I would run, I'd jog along.
Okay.
And Christopher the horse,
Yeah.
loved me, and I think she really liked me because my name was Christopher, the same as her horse.
Yeah.
But also I would go there, and at the end she'd be grooming the horse and curry combing him and making sure he was all cool, and I would be he'd be nuzzling me, and then I'd just be on him and playing on him, and she was just he doesn't like anybody. This is crazy. He doesn't, he was not skittish or anything like that.
Yeah.
He was a bit
Chris and
standoffish
Chris.
with people, but I basically I'm St. Francis of Assisi, children, animals,
Okay.
just
Well, I like what you touched on, and thank you for sharing that, because that is exactly the mission of Therapeutic Horses, is connecting the people to the horses, and then the horses connect the people to the people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's this very circular thing, and sort of not sort of, a lot like music. It's a different outlet, a different therapeutic outlet for people. So, as you know, I'm sure music can be super therapeutic. It also connects people. And a lot of those same components are things that we see in the equine therapy space, is finding connection with an animal and really taking away that therapeutic element of it. So
yeah.
Yeah.
But instead of having people sitting there talking about their problems, you're sort of connecting. Because I think maybe, I don't know as much as you do about horses, but I think music and what music and animals have in common, maybe, is that they are a direct product of like the natural universe. And when you connect with an animal, human beings just are like have all this going on.
Yeah.
Animals don't.
Right.
Animals are these natural beings,
Right.
and music is like that too. Music is sort of this mathematical connection to sound. With these like gorgeous patterns, like a painting or something like that. And it's outside of the of human thought in a certain kind of way.
Right.
And perhaps that's the connecting factor. Between.
Well, and just like equine therapy, I mean, the goal is that you don't necessarily have to talk about your problems to be connecting with either another human, as in the story with your dad, or with the animal, and same with music, right? You're all there for one common purpose. There's a lot of connection that happens at concerts and shows, and I've been a part of many of that in my life too.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that, and that's.
I think it's lovely that you guys are giving these horses like a life after their racing careers as well, because again, human beings can be really rotten, and I could imagine how these horses come to the end of their I'm going to use the term like useful lifetime, and they're no longer a financial asset to these human beings, and I'm sure many of them are just sort of discarded. And it must be, really great for these horses that you guys come along and give them like a life after their racing career.
Yeah, we feel a lot of pride in that, and really, our mission is to encourage responsible retirement. So we really work to educate owners about programs like ours, so that horses don't end up in neglectful situations. They seek out programs for these horses to have a meaningful life. Not only are they well taken care of, we're a sanctuary model, so they stay with us for their entire lives. They can come with us at 2 years old or 25, and they live to be generally about 30.
Yeah.
So, some of these horses stay with us for 28 years, potentially.
Amazing, yeah.
And then they get to be shared with the community in a way that makes an impact, right with the people around us at the grocery store, our neighbors, our friends. And so it really is just a wonderful circle of horses helping people helping horses.
When you were talking, I was thinking about when you use the word circle, I was thinking about, people talk about these vicious circles.
Yeah.
And, I think one of the concepts that a lot of people don't talk about are positive circles, are like good circles. Where, you have a program like yours that leads to people being more aware of the problems that these horses face and the problems that people face, and that leads to people thinking about it differently, which leads to more good outcomes. So good for you guys.
Yeah.
And good for us for helping you out.
That's right. Okay, last thing.
Yes.
If somebody was on the fence about coming to our show Saturday, September 27th, 2025, to see you and the amazing Spin Doctors, what would you say to them?
I mean, if you like music, trust me, we're going to grab you by the ass and throw you out the window.
Are you going to do a high kick?
Yeah, I'm going to put my leg over the mic stand. I'm going to break out all of the stops, all the bells and whistles. Spin Doctors are a great live band. If you come out and to the show, first of all, you should just come out to the show because it's a great cause. And if you don't come, maybe you should look inward and see what's wrong with you as a human being. So we're just going to leave that alone. But in terms of a concert, we're a great live band. And if you only know us for like Little Miss Can't Be Wrong and Two Princes, I mean, that's a great reason to come out to see those songs. But we got a new record out with amazing, fantastic material. And we're great musicians who can really play. Everybody in the band is a terrific player. I think my guys are like three of the best musicians of their era.
Yeah.
And if you don't think it's a great concert, you come find me and I will give you your money back.
Amen. Preach. Except for actually not, because the money is going to the organization.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
You can go to them and they won't give you your money back. I'll reimburse you.
Yes. Thank you, Chris. I'm really looking forward to an amazing night.
I am too.
Thank you so much.
We are too.
Yes.